Hello, AriTheGoddesss here. I hope you all are doing well today. May this message resonate with you, and may you always use true discernment within every message. May the divine guide you and bring you the truth, the wisdom, and the clarity that is needed for your life, for your journey, and for this moment. Thank you all so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you all so much for your beautiful energy, your beautiful words, your inspiring words. They really do mean so much to me. They really help. The energy that you all have, and I can tell that your energy is like just, really divine energy. It is reciprocated. It is, I can really feel that, and it's beautiful. And this is why I love doing these messages. I love doing it before. Like, this is something, if you go back to listen to any of my videos before, I've already spoken about just how I love doing these messages. I do this with joy. This is something that I really enjoy doing. I love flopping these cards. I've always been mesmerized how, and I know this may be off subject, but I've always been mesmerized how, how women will always, and I know that there's divine masculines that do this as well, which is beautiful. It's spontaneous. When I say, because that's even more mesmerizing. I'm like, okay, wow, divine masculines can get into that creative side within them and deliver a message and, listen to their intuition. Like, do you know how powerful and courageous that is? But let me go back to what I was speaking about, of just how mesmerizing it is. I've always was mesmerized how, like, the cards just, be, flipping, and just how fast I've always been mesmerized by that. But not just only that is, no matter what, that, the divine feminine is going to get out what she needs to get out. She's meaning, a lot of this may be frowned upon from others. A lot of people may feel as though, delivering messages certain ways, or, it may be something, frowned upon. But as I've spoken of before, the very things that you frown upon can be the changing of your life, can be that can change your life, like, seriously. But it just amazes me how things like that, and that's the point of what I'm trying to make is, there's so much that's been suppressed in this world. But the beautiful thing about it is, what I've seen is, no matter what, it's going to find its way to be expressed, no matter how it's done. You get what I'm saying? And this is why it's so important not to judge a book, or judge, because that very message that you need can be through something that's frowned upon, or be through something that is judged, and it just amazes me how, when I even just see people, when I've seen people do this before, how listening to your intuition is powerful, and how a message, no matter how you do it, can be inspiring to those. So I just wanted to put that out there, and maybe that was a help to someone who is, in that process, is, within this journey as well, maybe judging themselves because of how they're getting their messages, or maybe judging themselves about how they do, deliver their messages, or maybe wanting to start this but feel as though that they're going to be judged, or, however, it just may be. And hopefully that was a way, that was confirmation for you, hopefully. And if not, if that's not how you want your messages, want to do anything, that is fine. That is perfectly fine. It is. But right now I have unconditional love right in front of me. And it says, I remind you of the magic of love. You are blessed. So there may be someone who, is maybe needing to hear that, the magic of love, and to know that you are blessed, to love yourself unconditionally, to love, yourself no matter where you are within your journey. I just did 2 messages about, isolation, and, for those who may be in isolation right now, and maybe there is someone, quite a few that may be in isolation right now, and maybe feeling, discouraged, maybe feeling left out, but this extraordinary. And that just came out. I put it back in the deck though, because I know I don't believe that y'all think I be making this up. Okay, you are extraordinary. that is wanting to be said. It didn't come out and flop out on the, I grabbed it right before it came out. So that is a message for someone. You're extraordinary, and that is the reason why you may be going through this isolation, so that you can see how extraordinary you are. And if you haven't watched the message before, of where I speak about your uniqueness is extraordinary, you can tap that video, and I go into much more detail about that, about how extraordinary you are. And as I was speaking about your isolation, you may be feeling discouraged, you may be feeling as though you're being left out, but you're not. You're being put inward, so that you can know who you truly are, and you're being healed. You're going through this healing stage within your life. You're going through this healing phase within your life with guidance that just came out, so that you can have a strong foundation, and divine love that just came out, so and so that you can detach from anything that doesn't serve you and begin this love affair with spirit. Something, this is the same thing that if you have not listened to the blooper, and then listen to the 7 reasons you are in isolation. So one of the messages, I'm not sure what I'm going to title it, but I know the other one is 7 reasons why you are in isolation. And the other video is going to be that same kind of video in a way, but it's basically a blooper. But I was divinely guided to speak on that one as well. Well, to post that one as well. And the same thing that it looks like the same thing that I said within these messages is going to be spoken within this message. Wow. And that is beautiful. There could be a divine masculine that may be going through this. I have the male principle card here. It doesn't have to be just for a divine masculine, but you could be, finding balance, within. You also will be learning about that, to have that balance within, to know that you, with change that just came out, allowing this change in your life, but you're being balanced. You're being, brought into oneness, and so that you can have that equilibrium within, and so that you can know how divine you are, because you're going to be embracing this. You're going to be embracing this divinity. With grief, you may be grieving right now. You may be grieving right now. You may be finding yourself grieving about this. You may be finding yourself grieving a lot. Please know that this grieving is so important within this time, because this grieving is going to help unthaw your heart. It's going to help unblock your heart. Maybe there's some things that you have not grieved before. Maybe you just swept it under the rug. Maybe you just felt as though it wasn't your tears wasn't needed, your time wasn't needed for it, your emotions wasn't needed for it. And right now in this time, everything may be just coming, seems like it's just coming down. Please forgive me if you hear music in the background. I am out in nature right now. And extraordinary, you know what, I should have just left it out, because that big thump that you just heard, that was extraordinary. And the divine said, and that is the truth. The divine is wanting that to be clear for those who are in this isolation. The divine is wanting that to be clear for those who have went through an isolation, who is going through an isolation, or may be about to go through an isolation, of how extraordinary you are. Y'all heard that big thump. And if I'm talking more loud, it's because I'm outside and that music is so loud. And I really, really hope y'all can hear me, because I'm really not going to redo this message. I'm just going to be very, very honest with you, because I'm in that flow. I'm grooving. I'm feeling good. Y'all are this extraordinary card that just came out got me feeling extraordinary. And I just want to really speak this message. Ooh, they're going away. Maybe no, they're not. They're still there. But yes, you are extraordinary, and the divine said that is the truth. And this is why you're going through this. Going back to that grieving of what I was speaking about with expansiveness that just came out. I spoke about that in the last message as well. But maybe there are some things that you just swept under the rug and you paid no attention to. And, you thought you were over it. You thought you didn't need to, look into it. You thought that you it didn't affect you, or maybe even block anything, but you may be divinely guided inward right now to grieve, to let go. You may be crying a lot right now. This is so much needed. Please know, with this crying, this is so much needed. I really hope that y'all can hear me, because that music is so loud. But this grieving is so important right now. And you notice how lighter you feel afterwards. If you feel as though that you need to cry some more, if you're feeling as though you need to cry more, please continue to cry, because you're expanding in this time. You are unlearning and you're relearning. You are learning what is, you're letting go. This card says eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. Yeah, maybe the ego may have told you some things of, some things that you haven't grieved, may have told you, oh, you'll be fine. You don't need to grieve of that. That doesn't need your time or attention. And you're noticing that it did. Or maybe you're in a process right now of grieving because there's some things you may have overlooked within your life when it came to people, places, and things, about just, even for the, not just bad things either, maybe it's just some good people that you saw, that you overlooked, and you didn't really see them. You didn't truly let yourself see what the good deeds or the good things about them, because you were in an unhealed state, because you were in a process of, because you were blocked with this grief card here. And so as you go within and know your worth and love yourself and have compassion through this awakening, you will find the truth in who you are. And as long as you just, you allow and, the divine to divinely guide you and be here with you, and have the faith, you will be supported in this healing. Wow, an inner child that just came out. Yes, I just spoke about this of, maybe, there were some things in your life. There were people, places, and things that were, it isn't just bad. There were people, places, and things that were just really, there may be some things that were good, but because you were in this unhealed place, because you may have had insecurities, abandonment energy, because you may have had, things that happened to you that may have traumatized you when you were a child, you may have overlooked certain things and didn't be able to see some of the things of what they were, Also with the gratitude here, being grateful for those people, being grateful for those people, places, and things, because that's what got you here. And I know that may seem very, like, how could you say that, Ari, in this time while I'm crying? But being grateful right now in this time, because you wouldn't be here, you wouldn't be in this moment, and you didn't. Please know that what's for you will always be. So if you feel as though that you missed out on anything, person, place, or a thing, please know, if it's meant for you, it will be, no matter what. So if you're creating any resistance in that, if you're condemning or judging yourself within that, if it's meant to be, it will be. So please give compassion and love to that little one with this inner child here. Give compassion and love to that inner one, because that is who is needing you right now. That is what is needing your attention right now. And as you're able to do that, you will heal that inner child, and you will be able to see what is for you. You will no longer be blinded anymore from an unhealed place. You will be able to really give that to yourself and others, and then you will be able to be in alignment for what is for you, because what's meant for you will be. It really will. And with the spirit of water here, if you are in isolation, and this doesn't even have to be if you're in isolation, even just, maybe, this doesn't even have to be if you're in isolation. This can just be a message for someone, returning to the source of the feminine for purification, getting out in nature, being by water, allowing water to be to in your stillness to interconnect and gain wisdom from that stillness, gain insight from that stillness, gain that sacred time from you just being still by the water. And going back to that male principle card, as I was speaking of before, you may be creating balance within, also, you may be reconciling with someone, soon. This may be for a divine masculine or divine feminine, but first that balance have to be within, before you can, before this can even take place. And that's why right now it is time for you to, to embrace this journey wherever you are. You may be on a new level of, just growth. You may not be in isolation. You're just trying to grow, embracing who you are right now. And allow that togetherness with the divine. Continue to interconnect with the divine, because this is going to be your medicine. This is your medicine. This is what is going to be your guide. This is your foundation. And with personal power here, it says, I encourage you to be the master of your destiny. So, I keep pausing because this message is too good for this music to ruin it. With personal power here, it says, I encourage you to be the master of your destiny. So maybe there's an endeavor, that you're wanting to step out and have faith on. But please always know that, and maybe you may be afraid, but please always know that you have your foundation. You have the divine guidance with you. Asking the questions that is needed so that the divine can be here for you and help support you within this journey. Okay? So please know that you are extraordinary. And please trust in the foundation that you have with you in the divine. And please know that with this love affair with the divine, you will get through this change in your life because you are expanding, because you are, doing what is needed to get you to the next level. Please make sure that you're listening to that intuition and, taking care of that little one, having compassion and love for yourself right now, because there may be someone really right now that may be really, really grieving. There's so much so much truth that is being brought to you right now. So much truth. Remember, if you go to any of my messages before of me, I speak about me sliding down the wall, punching the air, all type of stuff. If you go back and listen to some of those videos, I've been through this journey as well. There's so many truth that was revealed to me about people, places, and things, whether it was good or bad, even more so about myself. And I was taking them. I was punching the air, but I was taking the punches that were, thrown to me as well. The truth was the punches. And I was allowing them sliding down the wall, and, but it was so much needed because, once you continue to understand that, that this is a individual journey, and once you continue to know that, we can't continue to criticize ourselves because that was a part of the unhealed version of ourselves. Once we are able to have that love and compassion for ourselves and know that this is an individual journey and know that we are here to learn and experience, we are able to have that peace, that space. We're able to create that space for all of those things, that compassion, that love, that truth, that, that interconnection with the divine. And I really want that for you, so continue, please, in this time to allow the divine to divinely guide you and, trust in this time right now. I'm going to go ahead and end this message because I wanted to go ahead and listen to this myself just to see if, you were able to hear this. I'm not going to say I'm irritated from that music. I'm just going to let it flow. Hopefully you were able to hear me. Sending you so much love and light. I really hope that you was able to hear this message. I really hope that this message was able to get to you. May it resonate with you. May you be divinely guided. May you know that everything that you're going through within this journey is very much needed, and it's going to get you to the next level. This is so needed. I spoke about this in the 7 reasons before about you imagine who you were Imagine the person that you are now because of the unhealed version of yourself, because of the unaware version of yourself, because of the, external version of yourself. But imagine the person you're going to be by going within and having it divine within you. Sending you so much love and light. I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Sending you so much love and light. May you get it through the wind. Thank you.